Welcome to UNIVELO Pro Tutorials. Unboxing and assembly of an AIMA E-Bike. The tools needed are cutting pliers, an utility knife, a crosshead screwdriver, Allen keys in size 3, 4, 5, and 6 millimeters, a 15 millimeters bicycle pedal wrench, and a set of torque wrench for low and high torque range. First, open up the carton from the top. Take out the upper protective foam blocks away, but keep the accessories box aside handy for later. Then we will carefully cut open the carton on each side with the utility knife. Using the cutting pliers, cut the tie wraps holding the parts together while being careful not to scratch or dent the bike's exposed surfaces. Put the front wheel away for now. Then proceed to remove the remaining protective material from the bike. Turn the front end forward and carefully place the handlebar in the right orientation. Unscrew the stem's front plate bolts using a 5 millimeters Allen key. Then center the handlebar using the marking lines and proceed to tighten the stem's front cap. Tighten each bolt alternately and evenly. Now unlock the battery with the key that is attached to the handlebar. Then press the release button to detach it. Put it to its first full charge while we complete the e-bike assembly on the workstand. Put the battery on a clean and stable surface, at ambient temperature and away from a source of heat. Plug the charger into a single power outlet. The LED light on the charger will light up green and turn red shortly after, confirming charging is underway. For the next steps, we will want to put the bike on a workstand. Carefully lift the bike and clamp it securely by its seat post. It's now time to attach the front wheel. First step is to remove the safety spacer from the brake caliper. Then unscrew the through axle using a 6 millimeters Allen key. Locate the front fender attachment bolt behind the fork and unscrew it using a 5 millimeters Allen key. Slide in the front fender and align the attachment tab with the fork's threaded hole. Tighten the bolt to secure the fender while making sure you provide ample clearance for the tire. Complete the front fender assembly by attaching the stabilizing rods to each sides of the fork's legs. Finally, give the front wheel a spin to check that nothing's rubbing and proceed to the rear fender's attachment. Attach both rear fender's stabilizing rods to the frame's dropout, giving as much clearance as possible for the tire. Make sure the attachment tab behind the seat stays bridge allows for as much clearance as possible as well. Give that rear wheel a quick spin to check that there's no rubbing there either. Now get back to the front of the bike to proceed to the attachment of the front light. Attach it to the stem's integrated bracket using a 5 millimeters Allen key. It's time to install the pedals. Get them from the accessories box and identify their designated side by their R for right and L for left stickers. Now you want to start off by carefully aligning the pedals' axle threads with those from the crank arms. Right side pedals threads are regular, tightening on a clockwise orientation. Engage them slowly to make sure they are well aligned and fitting properly. Before threading the pedal completely, it is recommended to apply some grease on the threads. Complete the pedal installation with a 6 millimeters Allen key and finish with the 15 millimeters pedal wrench to make sure it is secured tightly. Proceed with the same steps for the left pedal, but be aware that the threads on that pedal are reversed, tightening on a counterclockwise orientation. It is now the time to fit the last piece on the bike, the rear rack. Very simple installation. Simply align it with the holes provided on the seat stays and frame dropouts. Tighten each bolts using a 5 millimeters Allen key and voila. Now before we take the bike off the workstand for the final steps, we want to give the rear derailleur a quick check and make sure each gears shift smoothly. We're almost done and we'll take the bike off the workstand at this time. To proceed to final adjustments and a system check. We will now inflate the tires to the recommended pressure that is marked on their flange. In a short time the battery that we plugged to the power source will be fully charged and we can put it back on the bike to proceed to the system check. First we will want to make sure the system is operational. Press and hold the power button on the display to turn the system on and shuffle through the assistance levels by using the left-hand side keypad. Then check for the front light by pressing the right-hand side light ignition button a couple of times. Rear lights should be lighting up when you pull the brake levers. Now lean the bike slightly using the kickstand as a pivot point and see if that throttle is making its magic. Looks like we're all set. But before you hand out that sweet bike to a lucky customer, don't forget to put the stem's plastic cap on. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, And thank you for choosing AIMA E-Bikes, distributed by UNIVELO.